Consumerism is considered by sociologists to be both an economic theory and social phenomenon. The average consumer, conscious or not, believes that obtaining a product, be it physical or habitual, will bring them closer to being the person that they want to be or living the life that they want to live. Because of the ludicrous nature of this belief, consumerism has become a slow-creeping sickness that has infiltrated the minds of almost every single American. And worst of all, it has had a direct impact on the way that we value artists, craftsmanship, quality, and individuality. Humans have always consumed to some extent: food, shelter, clothing. When we talk about consumers today, we aren't talking about consumption at its most basic form, but we're talking about how consumption over the last several decades has evolved from consuming basic necessities and battling resource scarcity to eating out when you have food at home, or buying a new phone or car every couple of years, not because you need one, but because it's gluttony disguised as luxury. This new idea of consumerism saw its beginnings in the 17th to 19th centuries with the rise of colonialism. European countries found themselves rich with huge amounts of raw material from all around the world. These raw materials fueled industrial factories that Europeans eventually used to mass-produce consumer goods. This being known as the Industrial Revolution, changing consumerism forever. Mass consumption then became very accessible in the 1920s, known as the Golden Age of consumerism. This is largely due to successful advertisements being spread everywhere and allowing for products to reach a wider audience, hence selling more goods. Jumping to present day, consumerism is as popular as ever, with the average person seeing anywhere from 4 to 10,000 ads a day, outsourcing production to other countries such as China and Mexico, where companies pay workers unlivable wages to create products to be sold in the US. I mean, you can't even go into a thrift store anymore without seeing racks of cheap Chinese clothing, or to a craft fair where they're selling 3D printed dragons that they bulk ordered on AliExpress, or trying to support small on Etsy and finding that these small businesses are just ordering the same garbage that you would get on Amazon. They're not even making it. I mean, people used to dedicate their lives to learning how to carve wooden sculptures or repairing shoes. When was the last time you met a goldsmith who wasn't 80 years old? Craftsmanship is dying. Dedicating time and energy to learn a skill or trade, not for money, but for pure fulfillment and enjoyment, is becoming less and less appealing to people. I'm not sure if it's due to the fact that our dopamine intake is so fried that we can't stand to sit down and learn something at a slow pace, or the thought that you could just buy it on Amazon or AI could create it faster than you could ever learn to, so why bother? Artificial intelligence has posed a great threat to artists in the recent years. Taking art made by humans, learning from it, when these artists didn't even consent to training these machines. Stealing and replicating, uninspired and without a message. I don't think that AI will ever be able to replace human artists. Art is how we connect. Art is love, art is war, art is the very essence of our human existence, expansive and endless. Even now, teachers and students are using AI to fast-track courses or grade assignments as easy workarounds, but wasted opportunity. I've always been a firm believer that everything good is hard. Anything that is worth anything won't come easy and will take some effort. And I know that there are so many committed creatives out there who are committed to making art and pushing themselves past their limits and never creating out of convenience. When you look at current trends in consumer culture, it's rarely ever function over fashion. Products do not enter the mainstream because they're the best version of that product, but because they are the most popular. It rarely has anything to do with quality and everything to do with social impact. Hundreds of different sneaker brands, all selling similar products, all at similar price points, all at arguably similar quality, but with staggering different social relevance. Take Skechers and Adidas, for example. Similar price points, arguably similar quality, but wearing Skechers puts you in a much different social bracket than wearing Adidas. Our superficial society was once focused on having what others didn't have, proving your social economic value and setting yourself apart from the average person. Now, having what everybody has become an infectious mentality. What are people wearing at school? What are influencers promoting? What are celebrities doing? If you don't have a reusable water bottle collection, which defeats the purpose, but I digress, or matching workout sets, or full sets of home decor for every season, the latest inanimate social status symbol, you are at risk of being burned at the stakes. Or worse, being labeled as cringe. The rise of consumerism has caused the death of individuality. People don't have hobbies anymore. People's hobbies are consuming, buying, collecting. I mean, I thought we were supposed to be raging against this machine, but we find ourselves being the very life coursing through its veins. Unfortunately, these consumerist habits have infiltrated every single corner of human existence. We see consumerism in organized religion, education, politics, mental health and wellness. People can consume to satiate their lust, desire, loneliness, self-discovery. I mean, it's inescapable. And it may seem like I'm sitting here pointing the finger at everyone else's gluttony, but the truth is, I'm just as guilty. Even though I try to be conscious about my consumption, as I'm sure a lot of people do, I own more than 10 coffee mugs. I pay for Amazon Prime. When I tell you my closet is overflowing with clothes, half of which I don't even wear. My goal isn't to sit here and make you feel guilty or othered for your consumption. I'm in the same boat. I'm a girl in my 20s, feeling utterly suffocated by this endless loop of needing more. I know a lot of people probably feel helpless in this battle against their mind, constantly telling them that products are going to solve their every problem. I have to hope that people will eventually realize the unfulfilling nature of consumerism, that they're trying to fill this void within them with products, when really this void is yearning for connection, creation, and meaningful interaction. Sharing stories and lessons with others and realizing that it's okay to not know who you are or what you like. And that the key to figuring that out isn't by buying more products, but by getting out in the world and experiencing culture and talking to people and having visceral life experiences and introspection. If you stripped away all of your worldly possessions, sat with your uncluttered mind, and started to appreciate the natural abundance of this world, we might just realize that this world has everything that we could ever need. A world where the things that really matter are free.
It's the most exciting thing you can do with the inside of a cake. Introducing the Betty Crocker Bacon Fill, a delightful...
Follow the bouncing plate. Oink, oink, zoo pals. Buzz, buzz, zoo.
Your mouth will really rock. Once you get your lips around us, you know you'll be in trouble.